Strengthen business as well as other ties with Saudi Arabia during a visit to the oil-rich kingdom today. President Ramaphosa arrived in Jeddah last night on the second leg of his three-nation tour. He is due to meet with King Salman and address a business forum there. South Africa currently imports 47% of its oil from Saudi Arabia. Ramaphosa was in Abuja yesterday where he held talks with Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. His tour will end with a visit to the United Arab Emirates. Well, our reporter Mzwandile Mbeje is in Jeddah and he joins us on the line with further details on the Saudi Arabian presidential visit. Mzwandile, a very good afternoon to you. When is the meeting with the king set to take place?
Thank you very much, Alicia. The meeting has just concluded between President Cyril Ramaphosa and King Salman of Saudi Arabia. What is important that came out of that meeting after the official talks was that Saudi Arabia has committed 10 billion rand, rather 10 billion US dollars towards the drive that the president is championing, the investment drive. Remember, he said he is seeking to attract 100 billion US dollars into the country over a 5-year period. But what he's got today as a commitment from Saudi Arabia is that they will invest 10 billion rand in the next 3 years. So you can see this state visit really has produced the success that I think the president will be very, very proud about. So it's ongoing as I'm speaking to you, and then he is visiting various sites right now. As I'm speaking to you, he is at a university, a science and research university, which basically tells you about what future plans this country has. Alicia?
Mzwandile, that's a lot. I mean, 10 billion US dollars towards the president's August investment summit. Tell us how this will actually aid this project.
What has basically happened was that announcement has just been made, and then in terms of how it will practically address the issues raised by the president. In August, or September, we expect to see that investment summit take place, where the big captains of industry from everywhere will come to the country, and they are expected to pledge a lot of money towards this drive. So what basically is happening, at the moment, there aren't really the finer details because this campaign is just launched. I think it's got only 2 months. But the fact that a country like Saudi Arabia, a very rich country, has already committed towards this drive, I think it will really boost whatever initiative the president is undertaking.
Absolutely, Mzwandile. Now, the next leg of his trip will, of course, be to the UAE, where he is to meet with Sheikh Mohammed. Can we expect similar trade bilateral talks? I mean, we know that, as we've mentioned just now, that the president also intends to discuss his investment summit with the Sheikh that is coming in August, seeing that the UAE is actually now expanding as a lucrative export market for South African goods, Mzwandile.
What is happening, Alicia, is that particularly these countries here in the Middle East, so for a very long time, they've been heavily reliant on their oil products. But we saw what happened when the prices went down, that their economies shrank somehow. So then arose a need for them to diversify. And if you look at the potential market that can really help them diversify, is the continent of Africa. With its 1.2 billion people, Africa remains largely untapped. But Alicia, for these countries really to be able to enter into the African market, they need a base, they need a launch pad. So which country is a better gateway given the infrastructure that is there? So one of the reasons they are engaging with South Africa is because South Africa has well-established structures and institutions that will enable these countries to be able to set up this there so that they will be able to diversify their economies. They can't keep on relying on oil because this oil at some point will dry out, and then what do? Or the prices will go down like we saw, and then their economies suffered. So they want to look at various sectors and make sure their economies are diversified. That is why he's not only restricting his trip here in Saudi Arabia. From here, tomorrow morning, we are traveling to United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi to meet the Sheikh there. The similar message of investments there will be carried forward, Alicia.
All right, Mzwandile, we'll catch up with you when you land out in Saudi Arabia. That is our presidential reporter, Mzwandile Mbeje. He is, in fact, in Saudi Arabia for us. He's following President Cyril Ramaphosa's three-nation tour that kicked off in Nigeria yesterday. And today we hear he's just met with the Saudi king. And, of course, the king pledged $10 billion towards the president's investment summit that takes off in August. And, of course, he jets off to the UAE to strengthen those bilateral trades with the Sheikh next.